because whatever drivers it uses to pick up the audio probably interfered with your reception.
Possibly. I think we're back now, though. Let
Yeah.
me just get the game capture set back up, though. I'm also going to try to make this window a little bit bigger, because it's, like, real tiny. If anybody in the chat wants to let us know if we are, like, audible, or if we're still just kind of talking into the void, that would be great. We live?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please do let us know.
That's good. Also, we like lost half of the people who were watching, but I guess that's kind of to be expected.
Yeah, when everything crashes.
Even if they were bots, like the stream resetting causes bots to disconnect.
Yeah.
It's something I learned from Broccoli Smile, I think. I don't remember anymore.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, so you guys haven't really missed anything since the last stream. We got into a fight in what is normally the rock gym. It is this time a grass gym. And we got completely stomped by, if my memory is serving me correctly, a shroomish.
Yeah, the mushroom boy did kind of wreck our whole shop.
Yeah.
To use a Griffinism.
Yeah. So we did do a little bit of grinding off camera, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. Not too much, but hopefully enough to actually
that mushroom boy was like level 15, 16, something.
Yeah. I think we'll be good if we get everybody up to just like level 10, but well, I don't know. We don't really have anything that's good against grass/poison Pokemon.
We do. We have a Stolfo. Psychic's
there?
good against poison, babe.
Oh, yeah. See, I always forget the ones that, like, don't make any intuitive sense to me. Like, a lot of them are easy to remember. Like, water is
Oh
strong.
my god!
It's a Skitty.
And I think you could actually find those in this area in the original, which is weird.
Could you? I remember there being, like, a lot of Ninkatas here.
No, there were a lot of Ninkata, but there were Skitty too, I'm pretty sure. I might be mistaken.
Huh. Cool. But, yeah, so we're going to try to level up at least a couple times. I'm wary of doing too much grinding on camera, because I know that's kind of dull to watch, but,
yeah,
you know. That being said, my channel's always kind of been more about the conversation than the, like, actual gameplay anyway, so, you know.
Yeah.
Also, Twitch won't stop telling me to cheer now to be number one. Which...
Cheer yourself. Give yourself bits.
Which...
Give yourself some fucking bits.
Hey, is that a Gardevoir emote?
Wait, what?
There's a Go-Go has a Gardevoir emote. Poke Gardevoir.
That might be a default emote for all we know.
Is it? Let me try. Poke Gardevoir. No, not for me.
Okay, it must be from somebody who does, like, Pokemon. Oh, no, wait, I've got it.
What the heck? Did I spell it wrong? It's Twitch Prime. Okay.
There you go.
I guess, like...
Does that mean there's a Chandelure emote?
Does that mean that, like, Amazon and Nintendo buy...
Yes, there's a Chandelure emote!
Hey, it is Chandelure. I like that guy.
It's a good boy!
Although I'm
like,
trying
seriously,
to think...
Chandelure was one of my most powerful Pokemon in Gen 6.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I ever actually evolved my Litwick that far.
I made a specific point to do it when I got far enough to find Litwick in Pokemon X, because I always wanted one, because I knew a really good strat for them. Yeah. But, yeah, they're a powerhouse. A powerhouse. Is there a Decidueye one? Are these just regular Pokemon Tournament ones, or are they Pokemon Tournament DX ones?
Maybe they're for that that fighting game that came out a couple years ago?
That's Pokemon Tournament.
Oh, is that how you say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've never heard it said before.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon combined with Tekken and Pokken.
Cool. Interesting. I like it.
But there was not a Decidueye one, unfortunately.
Hmm.
But yeah, Pokken Tournament is one of the... Well, actually, no, it's not even that recent in terms of games for the Wii U that Nintendo decided to release on Switch, because the Wii U was basically a failed console.
Mm-hmm.
A legacy which includes Mario Kart 8, Hyrule Warriors, Breath of the Wild, as a launch title, no less. There were others, I believe, but those are the ones I remember off the top of my head.
Sorry I didn't say anything for a second. I was eating my donut. It was good.
Having a donut, having a cheeky nut there.
A cheeky nut.
Yep. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That's another one. I want that one because I heard that Tropical Freeze was pretty solid, and I like me some platformers. I'll probably never finish it though because I'm bad at finishing games. I need to finish Mario Odyssey actually.
Nod.
Like, I swear, the only games I consistently finish are like action RPGs.
Well, that was dumb of me. I really should have just switched out. Alright. We sent out the Absolute Ledge. Does he actually know any fighting moves yet? No.
Nope.
Just strictly tackle.
So this is not going to be very effective.
No, it really isn't. Okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Summon Snoop.
Yeah. I really
Hopefully
wish...
we have... Does Snoop know water gun yet?
I don't think so, but I think he knows some grass type stuff. Will that work?
Yeah, but and it's also a bug type. So we might be better off just hitting it with the Astonish and trying to, oh no, it's faster than us, so we can't flinch our way to victory, unfortunately.
Man, how slow do you have to be slower than a fucking Trilobite?
I mean, that's not a Trilobite, it's an Anomalocaris. We learned about this literally last night.
What? You know what? I mean, yes, actually that's true. We did watch a documentary about, like, Cambrian explosion life last night. But, like, for years, I just kind of assumed that it was supposed to be a Trilobite, but you're totally right. It's the sea scorpion thing.
Nah, babe. Yeah, Kabuto's is a Trilobite.
Is he?
Yeah.
What the hell's...
It's based on a Trilobite, and Omanite is... Yes. Just guess.
The Nautilus things. I forget what they're actually called.
They're called Ammonites.
Ammonites! That's it. See, I always want to just call them Omanites, but I know that's, like, not correct. It's close, but no cigar.
Yeah. Pokemon been going at them obscure animals since Gen freaking 1.
They only added, like, dinosaur fossil Pokemon in, like, Gen 4, right? Or 5?
Gen 4, they had,
the T-Rex
thing. It was a T-Rex and, like, Triceratops kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, not an actual Triceratops, but the other ones that are related to them.
Yeah.
Then, Gen 2 didn't have any fossil Pokemon, so that's a moot point trying to remember. But, in Gen 5, it was, like, a sea turtle and, like, an Archaeopteryx, I believe the name is.
Archaeopteryx?
Archaeopteryx, yeah.
My ancient marine life knowledge extends to SpongeBob.
Sponge.
Also, this Mareep just got paralyzed by its own special ability, which is also traced from it.
That's fucking beautiful.
Hoist by thine own petard.
Yes. Destroy him, Astolfo. Prove your superiority.
See, this is where I wish that our stream was more popular, because if it was, we would have, within minutes, fan art of Ralts with, like, Astolfo's tooth thingy beating up on a Mareep. It would be great.
Astolfo toots as he pleases.
I only watched like one episode of what was that show even called? Fate Apocrypha.
Fate Apocrypha. Yeah, that's more than I've watched.
It was all right, but there was like a lot happening, which is a problem.
It was based on a light novel,
which is a problem that like a lot of anime adapted from something else seem to have. Like, there's just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like,
remember when electric types could get paralyzed? Good times. Yeah, I don't miss it. I use electric types a lot, so I don't miss having one of the most annoying status conditions be something I could get.
Speaking of, also, like, Chinchou is maybe my favorite Pokemon that I constantly forget even exists.
Chinchou is a thing of beauty.
He hangs out in the ocean.
Yeah, I liked Gen 2 a lot as a kid. It's still my favorite generation.
It was my first generation. I never played the original Red and Blue until like years later.
Alright. So Gen 6 also only introduced dinosaurs, and Gen 7 introduced nothing new, unfortunately.
No, there were no new fossil Pokemon in Gen 7?
Nope.
I guess because they figured they have the fucking what are they called? The Pokemon you find in like wormhole locations.
The Ultra Beasts?
Yeah, those things. I guess they figured
but those
they
are
didn't.
more akin to legendaries, really.
I guess. But maybe they were like, oh, we don't have enough design allocation to blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Or I think it's more of a matter of like space in the game.
That could be it too. Chinchou is so good hanging out. See, I also want to get partnered so we can actually just like port some of the emotes from the Discord onto Twitch.
I mean, we have the most important one.
Yes, if you are a reminder that if you are a subscriber, you can use. God, what did they make me call it? Like Planet 14 Witchy or something? It's like a lowercase p and a. I think it's spelled stupid too, which is a great combination. There, Go-Go did it.
Yeah, and there's also Charles and the Fish Records Ball.
Yeah, but you need to pay extra to get those because that's definitely something I want to encourage in my my viewer base.
Whatever
is
it takes people to give you money.
I actually don't like that. I wish I could just make it so that, like, hey, you subscribe for whatever and you get all the emotes, but Twitch doesn't let you do that. You have to, sort them into tiers.
Rip.
Also, are we gonna try to catch an Ekans?
Nah.
I do
Ekans
like Ekans.
Not worth.
I do like Ekans, but it is kind of,
It's meh as a Pokemon. I think Seviper's better.
Could be, although Seviper doesn't evolve into anything, which that always disappoints me. When there's Pokemon that doesn't evolve. Yeah. That would be a fun project to do sometime if somebody was really good at drawing, go back and make full evolution chains for all the Pokemon that only have one form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, people have been asking for a far-fetched evolution for, fucking ever.
Yeah.
And Dunsparce deserves to become the Quetzalcoatl it was truly destined to be.
Did you know that Tatsunoko real?
Tsuchinoko, very real.
Sorry, I can't pronounce words.
No, Tatsunoko means seahorse.
Oh, well, those are definitely real.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cute. You could get a seahorse and then name it Tatsi.
For the record, Tatsunoko means the child, basically child dragon.
They are tiny and they do look a little bit like dragons.
Yeah, that's why Kingdra is a dragon type.
I love this comment. Just it's snake backwards.
It is snake backwards.
You're right, Heinz. It is.
Make a gender-neutral first stage where the males evolve into Tauros and the females evolve into Miltank IMO. I agree, Heinz.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Because
cool.
both of those Pokemon are gender-locked.
Miltank is like one of the few Pokemon I actually dislike, and it is entirely.
What, you don't like pink cows?
It is entirely because of residual trauma from fucking
From Whitney.
Whitney's fucking Miltank and her rollout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Babe, let me tell you, it's not any easier in Heart Gold. I specifically bought a bunch of stat boosting items and to cheese the ever loving shit out of that fight when I replayed that in Heart Gold.
But Miltank is so cute, but it can't erase its sins, Go-Go.
Miltank's sins are too much to bear. Also, Thai food has arrived. I will return.
A typhoon of Thai food. Also, yeah, you do have to tier the emotes. I think it's really dumb. And I specifically made the highest tier something that I don't think anybody would ever want to actually use in chat. I think you can eventually, like, I mean, after you get partnered, you can, like, set what the tiers are or something. Like, they give you a couple options, but I don't remember. I grinded a hair across and suplexed that Miltank straight to hell. Oh, goodness. Pokemon streams always bring out great stories. She said I'm in shock and we used Pichu. That's pretty funny. Let's see here. Yeah, I got 4 levels total. I want to get a Stalfo up to level 10 and I want to get Ledge up to level 10.
I returned from adventures. You know, our entire theme does kind of just wreck the grass gym. Our entire party, most of it anyway.
Yeah, it's mostly just that Shroomish. And there was another Pokemon she had too, and I can't remember it now. So I'm afraid we're gonna get to that, and like, that'll be the KO again. Because it was a Shroomish and then something else. Yo,
no, I think Shroomish was the last one. She only has 3.
Maybe? I can't remember. It's been a week, and I didn't go back to watch the VOD, which maybe I should have, but I was too busy enjoying the fact that I finally have PS Plus again. I've been playing Bloodborne for like a month, and I've only just now been able to like see notes. It's funny.
Yeah, I should re-up my PS Plus so I can play Monster Hunter online with people.
Including me, hopefully, because I should be getting that for my birthday.
From whom?
Mom said that I could pick out a video game that I wanted. So,
okay.
Assuming she doesn't change her mind, or God forbid something come up, then we'll probably get it somewhere around the 15th.
Nice.
That's what we did last year.
We can adventure together.
Yeah.
We can be adventure lesbians together.
Adventure lesbians. I honestly, like, don't know very much about Monster Hunter, but that's kind of, like, by choice. Like, I know it's an action RPG, and the new one, the one that I'm getting, has, like, really, really good character customization.
I actually find it, slightly lacking, because pretty much all the customization's in, like, your face.
Ah. I see. Still, yeah.
But it's still really good customization for the face.
Oddish is so cute.
It is. He's just happy to be here.
He is, which is why we must punish him and make him learn the error of his ways. Rolt Stolfo. Rolstolfo in chat. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Rolstolfo.
It's good. Also, I forgot to get water. I should fix that.
Yeah, you should get a drink of some sort. Alright, that's 10 on Ralts. I forget what level Ralts evolves at. I want to say like 16 or something. 15, 16, 18. I don't think it's in the 20s. But I might be wrong. Heart has 100 sweat drop. I think you'd have to actually paste... Oh, hey, another Chin Chow. I think you'd have to actually paste the emotes, like, from somewhere else for those to show up properly. Let's see here. We don't have anything that knows ground stuff, which would have been like useful here. Or wait, maybe not, because I think Chinchou is like water electric. I don't remember. Let's just send Sting out. There he goes. The lad. Oh, Sting's actually about to outlevel our starter. That's a rare situation. At least for me. Imagine Nintendo making a Pokemon game that has actual moves, a la Stadium, and you could see the Heracross suplex the Miltank. It's going to be a recurring element now, Heracross suplexing things. That's another Pokemon I always felt like it should have more links in its evolutionary chain. It always kind of, to me, looked like the middle evolution between two other Pokemon, but the other ones don't exist. Magnemite is a problem. Mind you, I like Magnemites, but not having to face them necessarily. I apologize for playing suboptimally, but you guys know how it goes with talking and trying to do strategery at the same time, you know? I guess we could paralyze it with Thunder Wave. Hello. We've encountered a trainer with a Magnemite, and I'm trying to think of how to defeat it.
Steel electric type. That's tricky.
Yeah.
Did you catch that Swinub earlier?
I forget. I actually forgot to mention that. We did catch a couple Pokemon, like, off-screen, but I don't know that we're going to be using any of them. I just kind of did it for, like, completion's sake.
I mean, if we have any ground types, that's how we wreck this. Because it does, in spite of the sprite clearly floating off the ground, its ability is not levitate.
It's not? Is it like magnet pull?
It's either magnet pull or sturdy.
That's the one that prevents it from being one-hit KO'd, right?
Right, but it's the not as good version because it was changed in Gen 5 to be more useful in that it can't be one shot at all, but before that it's only immune to moves like Fissure, Hold, Sheer Cold, things that actually are supposed to be one-hit KO moves if they hit.
Okay. I kind of forget that those moves exist because you don't learn them until very late in the game, and like just random trainers in Pokemon don't usually have them.
Right, and they're only like 30% accuracy. That's why the ability was so kind of useless for such a long time, because they were never used competitively.
What's Sweet Kiss do again? That confusion?
I believe so.
Maybe we can mez it into existence. Oh, I
Oh
already
yeah,
did
parafusion
that.
is my favorite.
What's parafusion?
So so since confusion is a volatile status condition, it
Uh-huh.
stacks with paralysis, and both paralysis and confusion have a 1 in 2 chance of preventing the Pokemon suffering it from attacking.
Uh-huh.
So if you stack them, that means there's only a 25% chance that whatever the opponent wants to do for that turn can actually do anything.
That sounds annoying.
And I did it all the time.
Carrie. How could you?
I wanted to see my enemies driven before me.
And hear the lamentations of their women.
Yeah, no, that was like my Rotom's entire fucking dick. Thunderwave, Confuse Ray, like fucking 2 other moves, probably Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt, and just make my opponent fucking regret attempting to fucking fight me.
That's how I feel like the AI does it sometimes. Because I've run into, on my other randomized ROM, I've run into a lot of Pokemon just like stacked with like Mez stuff. Like paralysis, confusion, sleep. I remember it replaced the electric gym with a normal type gym, which doesn't sound that bad, right? But everything knew either attract, sing, or both.
Oh god.
It was annoying.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Kill the fucker. Hello, Haru. You guys awed by this Astonish play yet?
Mm-hmm. Actually, if you could stick a flinching move on something that could both paralyze and confuse, that would be the worst fucking deal of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, it would
Because
be.
paralysis also cuts your speed in like half.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, most of the status conditions actually have a separate debuff. Like burn also reduces your attack, I believe.
Huh. Haru, you want the edgy Pokemon Romax.
Also known as fucking scum of the earth by people who don't know how to appreciate a good thing.
CC.
Mm.
Grounded in reality and filled with real world problems.
Get out of my house.
We won't be playing the 1997 video game Blood tonight. You see, the funny thing there is that I actually did stream that once. Biology Poke. Isn't Bogleech trying to do something like that? Or wasn't he at one point?
Don't vivisect Pokemon.
This Wingull.
This entire line of conversation is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's talk about nice things, like the donut that I ate earlier.
Yeah, it was a good donut, and this pad thai is very good.
Haru, stop. I mean, it's funny, but you know. Let's see. Yeah, we should go back to town now.
Stolfo's 10? Yeah, Stolfo's 10.
Yeah, I want to get Ledge up too, but I don't think that a Pokemon that only knows Tackle is going to be super... A Cleffa! And I think I'm out of Pokeballs. Shoot.
You were very excited there, Boo.
They're cute. Look at them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unfortunately, out of want to know more about how the Pokés work. I think it's like sort of a magical creature thing. They don't like, you know. People have tried to reconcile Pokemon with like real world biology. It just kind of doesn't work.
What evolution are you going for with Ledge? I mean, I don't really know. We don't really know because the thing is that to deliberately get a specific evolution with Tyrogue, you have to like do some serious EV training, which I don't think Bay really wants to do in this stream.
Not only do I not want to do it, I don't even know how to do it. So it's going to be a surprise, and we will accept him for whatever he is.
Yes.
Whether he is a kicking man, a punching man, or a mixed martial artist.
A spinning man.
Yeah. Hitmontop was in like Gen 2 already, right?
Yeah. That's when Tyrogue was introduced.
Oh, so it was. I forgot about that. Okay, we should save state again, and let me think here. Do we have like a decent amount of cash? We got 2,000 yen. That's not very much. They call it Poké Dollar. They call it Poké Dollars. It's fucking yen.
Yeah, it actually is yen in the Japanese version of the game.
See, I told you it was yen. How many of these can we buy? I'll get like 5 of these and some antidotes, maybe.
You should probably also pick up no awakenings, huh?
No, not. I mean, think about it, because normally this is where the rock gym is. So, like, why would you need one? You know?
There were things that can sleep in the forest. I think.
Are there?
Because yeah, I think you can in the forest before this town. That's normally where you would run into Shroomish, I think.
I guess that's true, yeah, now that I think about it. But still, it's like fighting a single wild Pokemon is kind of different than fighting a like a gym specializing in a type that is more likely to have that, you know? Because not too many rock Pokemon know moves that'll put your party to sleep.
Or do much of anything status condition wise, for that matter.
Yeah. I will be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom quick and get some Kool-Aid, and then we will challenge the gym again.
Enjoy the Kool-Aid. Alright, folks, how's it going? What's everyone's favorite Pokemon game? Mine's probably going to be Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because they were not only great remakes of Gen 2, but they were a marked improvement over basically anything Gen 4 had previously done. I'm still wondering how Detective Pikachu is going to be. I'm hoping it's good. I'm personally just glad that Ryan Reynolds is playing Pikachu. Pikachu and not Danny DeVito, like the entire, like half the fucking internet seemed to want.
Back again.
Hello.
What you guys talking about?
What our favorite Pokemon game is.
Ah,
Half the internet wanted Danny DeVito to voice the Detective Pikachu in the dub.
it would have been pretty good. I don't remember why that like whole thing got started though.
Because the internet has a fucking obsession with Danny DeVito that I cannot even begin to comprehend. Also, we should save Stolfo for the end.
Oh, you think? Shoot. Well, I made a save state beforehand, so if we get our ass kicked, we can try again.
Like, we should have done what we did last time, except just open. Oh, it's the Shroomish anyway. We made the right choice.
Okay.
Disregard my previous statement.
That doesn't do a whole lot.
It does more than what we were doing before.
Suppose that's fair. There we go.
Yeah, see? Crits.
Crits.
Crits McGee. Crits for days.
Uh,
Now, granted, this Shroomish is using the typical grass gym strategy of, look at all my health regen.
yeah.
Look at me regenerating health like a little fuck.
Leech Seed. I don't know if I can pick a single favorite Pokemon game. I liked X like a whole lot. And that's kind of like still somewhat fresh in my mind, so I guess I would pick that one.
Oh, this is frustrating.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess we should use a potion. Oh, right.
No.
The leech
Yeah,
seed
leech
thing.
seed. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, there goes that strategy. Let's get Noctoodle out here.
Shroomish is pure grass, no poison. Huh.
I guess we were just fools.
Oh, and I forgot
we don't have
that.
any flying type
Yeah,
moves.
right. This was a sticking point last time. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we can just use Peck. No, we cannot.
Yeah. Noctoodle, shape up.
Why are we telling Noctoodle to shape up?
It
Also,
needs to learn like Peck or Gust or Wing Attack or whatever it is it learns.
I don't think it's Wing Attack. It's like a slightly later move, right?
Yeah.
Fucked up Lightning Forest? What?
I think Ultrazine is misremembering like the Magnet Caves from Gen 5.
Oh, yeah. I like those places because you could catch that Pokemon that was like a weird little, like, I don't even know what you would call it. The little, weird, like, larva thing, and then it would evolve into a fucking electric snake monster later.
Electric snake monster? Oh! You mean an eel.
Yeah.
Dynamo, which evolves into Electros, which is a good boy.
Yeah, that thing.
A good boy with no weaknesses. Unless you use gravity.
Electros has no weak.
It's an eel monster.
Hell yeah, electric snake monster.
It's an eel monster.
What is an eel but an underwater snake?
There are actual sea snakes, babe.
Yeah, I know. They can be friends.
But they're not the same thing.
Also, this is going horribly. I think we should probably just reload. I don't know. Do people want me to like stick it out and see if I can make this work somehow? Like, I don't.
Let's see if we can stabilize.
I don't see how. Um. Wait, if Shroomish is pure grass, then it will be weak to poison sting.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Or fury attack. Yeah, there we go.
Fuck. I should have thought of that, like, much earlier.
Yeah. Mistakes were made. Paris. I think, this one was bug grass. If we had a flying type, we would wreck this thing's shop. But we don't, so we can't.
We have Sting.
We do have Sting, but we don't have a flying type. Flying type moves.
We have Sting, lead singer of the Police.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Oh, did I forget to buy antidotes? I'm smart.
Yeah, not our finest hour. Honestly, fuck grass types and all their status condition things that they do.
I thought you liked grass type Pokemon.
I do like grass type Pokemon. I just don't like fighting grass type Pokemon.
That's
grass
fair.
type gyms are always really annoying.
That's fair.
Because it's like, oops, you're poisoned. Oops, you're asleep. Oops, you're paralyzed. Oops, you're dealing with like 3 stacks of regen.
I don't remember this remix of Oops Oh My by Tweet. That was a joke made for nobody.
Yeah, no, I don't know what your fucking target that goof was, babe.
It was a good song. Fuck you guys. That was a hit in like 2001.
See, the reason why I like your content, Kate, is that I wanted to make that exact same police joke. That's actually why we named the Beedrill Sting. Because I incidentally started the musical theme when I decided we should name our Pichu Desire.
He has broads in Atlanta.
Mixing lean with Defana.
Credit cards and the scammers.
My whip black and white like a panda.
Something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Grovyle! That was the thing that was causing problems.
Right, because it's like level 17.
Yeah.
We learn things. It's level 15. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Babe, we gotta switch out. We gotta go for the sacrifice. We use ledge to remove Sting's paralysis, and then we use something else to heal
I don't
Sting.
know if it's even gonna last that long. Groviles tend to be pretty fast. And that one knows quick attack.
No, it lived. We remove the paralysis.
Or do you think we hit it with
the potion first?
Yeah.
And then we can sacrifice Snoop. And this, let's face it, getting attacked by a tree lizard is exactly how Snoop would want to go.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, and then we just throw a paralyze heal on Sting, and we should be in business.
Hell yeah, Grovyle. I also like the Trico line.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this gym hurts.
This is
not prepared.
This is very important. Does Grovyle have the poison subtype?
No, it's just a grass type. The entire line is pure grass type unless you Mega Evolve your Sceptile, in which case it becomes a grass dragon type.
I forgot that the Gen 3 starters had those.
Yeah, they were added in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Right.
Although Blaziken already had a Mega form from X and Y.
Because Blaziken is popular.
Yes.
Well, fuck.
Because it's a fucking fighting chicken. And also fucking started a trend that would last for like 8 years of making fire fighting type starters.
That's very true.
I'm still annoyed by that.
Yeah, because it was Blaziken and then the monkey
It was
Pokemon.
Blaziken, and then Infernape, and then Emboar, and everybody was just like, oh, cute little fox Pokemon. There is absolutely no way this is going to become a fighting type. And people were like, nope, it's still going to be a fighting type. Look, here's my mock-up of its evolution, and it's like a fox with, like, boxing gloves on its ears. But no, we were lucky. And then we see the spoiler of fucking
The cat.
I forget what Litten's final form is called. The fucking tiger shit. Like Torracat is the second one, but I forget what it's called. But we were so fucking afraid.
We did it!
We did it! Yeah!
Yeah!
Hype!
How? I don't know how we did it, because that was like the most horribly bungled thing I've ever been responsible for, but
hey,
we did it.
Hey! A 1-0 KO is still a KO.
Parafusion for the win. Yeah, I mean, that's what Designer's good at right now. He just gets in their face and...
To be fair, that is kind of how the real Designer, I feel like. I don't know much about him, but I feel like that's how he'd roll.
There used to be a subreddit called r/designer pics, which was exclusively pictures of him making weird faces.
Yeah.
Which
would be pretty confusing on its own.
He's a good guy. Obtained TM39. Now, these are all randomized, so hopefully that's something useful. Thief.
It's
okay,
Thief.
So...
That is actually very useful.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we can use it to steal held items from other Pokemon.
Oh, hey. This whole thing. I forgot about this. I like the emoji explosion that just happened in chat. We've got a Solaire, we've got a Pikachu, megaphone with confetti coming out of it, lady flipping a table. Table here and flip this. I like the names of those emotes a lot. Alright, well, not perfect, but I'll take it. We should save, hold on. And then, like, do a soft save, too. Now that's what I call progress.
Now that's what I call music. 66 came out recently, apparently. Or 65, something ridiculous like that.
That's really funny. I saw one of those when I went to Walmart last week. And, like, they got rid of most of their music. Oh, babe, thank you for the subscription. Getting closer to that $100 mark where I'll actually be able to, like, get the money from my subscriptions from now on. Yeah, they, like, got rid of most of their music at Walmart, but they still had, like, a bunch of random, now that's what I call music CDs. One of which was old enough to have Gangnam Style on it. And...
oh, dear Lord.
Yeah. And a bunch of compilations of country rap.
Okay.
Like,
That's not a subgenre I ever really wanted to know existed.
Stuff called, like, Songs to Get Stuck to #7, and the covers got just, like, a bunch of slightly overweight white guys with sunglasses on, crossing their arms, trying to look intimidating.
Babe,
Yeah?
instead of giving me that mental image, couldn't you have just shot me? Non-fatally, mind you, but you could have just shot me instead. It'd be quicker.
Hey, a Weedle.
Thank you, Conra.
Songs to get stuck to? Yeah, okay, so, getting stuck is when you take your extremely expensive truck out to a muddy dirt road and you get it stuck in a like a patch of mud, and you rev the tires, and it causes mud to spray everywhere. That is some people's definition of fun.
I'm between this and the Utah lawmaker rap. I am losing brain cells at all time right today.
I heard about that. I figured I would just spare myself that one.
There was a lack of rhyming, a lack of rhythm, a lack of everything that can possibly make a rap even vaguely salvageable. On top of all that, it was a parody of the Fresh Prince theme tune, which is like one of the hardest raps to fuck up of all time. It's not like he's fucking, like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to remember the rapper who's known for the really, really fast raps.
There's a bunch of those. Tech Nine? Twista?
Whatever the alphabet rap guy was.
The alphabet rap guy.
Whatever. Like, Daniel Radcliffe actually did this flawlessly on, The Late Show a couple years back. I think it was Blackalicious?
Oh, Blackalicious is the group. The rapper is named Gift of Gab.
There we go. But,
he's good.
Yeah. Like, it's not that hard to fuck up, and yet they fucked it up in probably every way they could have, including there being an utter lack of editing skill. Or, takes of any kind. Like, you can tell they did this all in one take.
Yeah, Utah seems like a weird place. Songs to get stuck to makes an 127-hour situation to a 5-hour situation because you stop caring about your arm much faster.
I don't understand.
I don't either, but I appreciate the comment.
Yeah.
People do that intentionally. That explains so much about high school. Yeah, that's like a pastime. They do it in rural Alberta, too. Yeah. Oh, hey, my house is shaking. That's cool.
It's probably the wind.
Yeah, that's it. Like, literally, we're in, like, the middle of a windstorm over here.
Cringe compilations are worse than that video, my dude.
Yeah.
Because not only is it taking things that are horrible to witness, it's also being like, hey, look at these people for doing things. This is the epitome of ineffectual villainy I have ever witnessed.
Do you rematch this guy at some point? Because I absolutely...
up.
I absolutely want...
The effectiveness of every single, gang in Pokemon.
But, I really want to have to face this guy again in, 30 levels, and he has a fucking Melodic.
Yeah. Melodic's a good mod. I like Melodic.
127 hours is that movie where James Franco gets his arm stuck to a rock.
Oh, so you're saying he would gnaw his arm off?
I think that's what happens in the movie. I heard about that, but I forgot the title.
Yeah. Sounds like award bait to me.
Yeah, it was good. That's good.
I don't know. I think I think I would stop caring about my arm after about 72 hours, because I can't go get water, I can't get food, and if it seems like I'm not getting help anytime soon, it's just well,
yeah. The thing is, though, I'm so dense, I don't think it would even occur to me to try to do that. I would end up dying there because I didn't think about the fact that technically people don't need arms.
I mean, to be fair, depending on where your arm was stuck, the process of fucking up your arm enough to get free could put you in a very bad situation.
Yeah.
Blood loss.
Can I talk about
I
how
would.
much I would use my mobile phone?
Yeah, same. Yeah, like these survival misery porn stories never really like.
It's probably like supposed to be like a psychological examination of the character, which is a valid thing that has a place in cinema, but it's definitely not anything I'd ever want to watch. Hey, a
Right, I get
Smeargle.
that. Yeah, but like as I was saying, like survival misery porn stuff always kind of bounces off of me, just because like I read Into the Wild in junior year of high school, and I was not impressed with it then. I just thought, wow, this guy's a fucking tool.
Did I didn't know that Struggle had an actual animation in Gen 3.
Struggles always had an actual animation.
Well, I mean, in the earlier gens, the Pokemon just kind of like moves back and forth, right?
Yeah, with a little like shaky effect around it, but like that's about as complex as Pokemon animations got on Game Boy.
I'm just a little surprised, I guess. I always thought Smeargle was an underrated Pokemon. I mean, it's definitely like a gimmick Pokemon, but it's a funny gimmick, you know.
It's a it's a fun gimmick.
You can give him any four moves.
Yeah.
I think. There's probably some that you'd keep
Yeah, no.
traits.
Like you can sketch pretty much anything, I'm pretty sure. Like anything where the Pokemon's still alive after using Sketch, I am pretty sure, or after using the move, you can sketch it.
Oh, hey, Astolfo learned Double Team. Somebody tag the Femboy Patrol.
But I like that this cave full of Whismur is now a cave full of Smeargle. It's very good.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, actually the Whismur line is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, but we found one earlier.
Oh yeah, we did, and I think my reasoning for not wanting to use it is because it's kind of something that I always use. But that's because it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Smeargle
I mean,
is a good.
this is a stream. You should use Pokemon you like.
Yeah, but like part of it for me is that I want to use ones that I don't get to use very often, such as, for instance, Tyro.
Ledge, yeah.
Ledge.
An absolute ledge in the Archbishop of Canterbury.
The Archbishop of Banterbury. Here comes the house shakes again. Yeah, so for people
Got
who
a case of the house shakes.
so for people who aren't aware, we've been experiencing like a nor'easter for like the past 12 hours.
Looks like we got. Wait, hold on. That was not a sailor accent. Abort joke. Abort joke.
Oh, it was a sailor accident, all right.
God damn it, babe. I love you.
I know. I love you too. Can't escape? Why not? Huh. The snowpocalypse. Out here, it's not even the snow. It's just the fucking, the wind. Am I okay? Yeah, like, our house is fine, more or less. Like, the park, for whatever reason, and usually this goes the other way around, is, if you are wrapped, you are trapped, right? I forgot about that. Usually this goes the other way around, but, like, our park still has power, even though, like, the town of Walnut Port itself does not, which is really weird. Yo, I'm getting really sick of this snake.
It's a snake, snake, oh, it's a snake.
Badger, 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 badger. God, that's like an ancient one, isn't it?
It is the proto meme.
No, that's gotta be like Kilroy was here or something.
Well, it's like the ur meme, not the proto meme, I
From
guess.
which all others flow.
Yeah.
You go to the center of the meme sphere and it's just a bunch of badgers, like, circle dancing around snakes. Wow, what a great gift. A great ball. Alright, we gotta talk to this guy now. This guy basically strong arms us into doing his job for him. And then we talk to Pokemon Steve Jobs. I'm Mr.
Basically, Steve Jobs.
Well, it's like a tech company, right?
He does give you the Pokénav.
Yeah. Which is, you know...
Yeah, it's kind of like iPod-ish.
The proto meme is a great ape pointing and laughing at another ape. Just one gorilla. Circa 16 million years ago, this was hilarious. You know what else was hilarious? Puns.
Puns continue to be hilarious.
They are. The once and future joke format. Did you know that...
Puns are truly timeless.
They are. I've probably brought this up on the stream before, but did you know that the classic... hold on, let me... real quick. Why did the chicken cross the road joke is a pun.
Mm-hmm. Why?
What do you mean?
How's it a pun?
Well, the answer, of course, is to get to the other side, right?
Right.
But in the see, the idea is that a lot of the time when chickens cross the road, they get hit by cars.
But how's that a pun?
Because he's going to the other side, as in, like, the afterlife. What people don't realize is that that used to be, like, an entire format of joke. And that's, like, somehow the one that, like, natural selection has declared to be the most enduring.
Yeah, but, like, the thing about puns is that
Oh no.
senses of humor change with time and place. But I guarantee you, no matter where you go, linguistic, like, puns are going to be a semi-well-received form of humor. I can't say well-received because, like, normally the default reaction to a pun is to, like, groan. Which is great, by the way. That's my measure of success. The more people get angry at a pun, the better the punning was, really.
That joke was transcendent. Go. The language changes, but yeah, that's the beauty of it. You can, like, you can invent endlessly on the format. It's not that the jokes themselves are timeless, it's the format that is.
Yeah, that's the point.
Anyway, here's a joke from the 1800s. Why should not a chicken cross the road? It would be a foul proceeding.
Foul proceeding. That's great. That's actually good.
Foul proceeding. Like I said, it used to be like an entire kind of joke. Anyway, I have to use the restroom again. I'll be right back. And then we will battle. What's his name? Brendan.
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 You ain't Brendan Fraser. Get out of my face. This show has been a success so far. By what metric, Go-Go? Well, Haru, you can't tell us an old anti-joke. Like, you have to understand, both Jane and I have utterly warped senses of humor. Like, Jane sent me variations on that Screaming Cowboy video, or quotations thereof, or paraphrases, for like an entire month. And I'm just like a pun demon, on top of being like an almost literal succubus. Like, you can't expect us to have good taste here. Mother, I would like some oats. Mother, may I have some oats?
I'm back.
Hello.
I have a chocolate mint. Oh, are we talking about anti-humor?
I guess. Like, the foul proceeding thing that we found funny apparently wasn't supposed to be funny.
Well, it is.
Yeah, I was saying how basically, like, you can't just tell us an anti-joke and expect us to not find it funny, because we both have, like, very warped senses of humor.
I don't even know if it's that it's us, or if it's just like, senses of humor changing over time, such as that. Things that were once supposed to explicitly not be funny are now funny because they don't
What
rely
was
on.
old is new again.
Yeah, like they don't rely on overbearance. Also, what is Pineco's types again?
Bug rock.
Bug
it
rock.
evolves into a bug steel.
Bug rock. Down in Bug Rock. Down in Bug Rock.
I am not understanding what the reference here is meant to be.
Fraggle Rock. Kid show, which I've never actually seen.
Okay, then.
Oh no, the foul preceding one was supposed to be funny. It's the to get to the other side one that is the anti-joke. Grr, bark, bark.
Okay, Haru, calm down. Here, have a steak. Have a steak.
What if you opened a steakhouse and all of the cooks were women and you called it Miss Steak?
I would believe that naming convention would be an error.
I've been outdone once again.
Listen, I was raised on Pokemon and a dad with the most dadly sense of humor. You cannot out-pun me.
I looked away from the screen for a second and both of the Pokemon fainted. Did it use explosion? Or self-destruct, rather?
It does learn self-destruct.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
At least Ledge leveled up. Leveled up. Does anybody remember what his starter was?
Whose?
Brendan's. Was it... Okay, so, like, we got...
It wasn't the Pidgey.
It wasn't
the
Pidgey.
one that wasn't Pidgey.
Whatever, I'm just gonna send out Sting and hope this works out. Oh. What? Buddy.
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 You're doing something horribly wrong.
Wait a minute.
Buddy.
Wait a second.
But, Brendan.
Friend.
You know you're supposed to not hold B when it starts flashing, right?
Maybe this is like a Pikachu from the anime situation where it doesn't want to evolve.
Except that Pikachu was already good.
Was Bug Bite in this gen yet? We're gonna, like, be facing off against a level 60 Weedle at some point.
Bug Bite was not a thing in this generation, though.
I like the ones that are like, why isn't Paris Hilton good at poker? She was never taught the rules.
It's very literal jokes.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. The oldest joke is a Sumerian fart joke. Timeless.
Sumer. You could tell me that the oldest anything was a Sumerian and then any two nouns, and then I would believe you.
The oldest hentai was a Sumerian. I don't have a dartboard with hentai tropes to throw shit at. Which is probably a good thing, otherwise I would probably be arrested.
Well, now you've made me imagine the phrase Sumerian Bukake. So now I thought of it. You have to live with it.
Sumerian Bukake Dojin would be the name of this episode on the pod.
Oh, no. I don't want to get flagged as not friendly to advertisers.
Don't do this. And yet, people make jokes like this all the time and still get advertisers.
Yeah, remember it, I think it was like LGR was complaining that a video that was just him, like, looking at an ad-lib sound card got flagged. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I want to speak to your manager or cock a lot.
Or cock a lot.
Wasn't there, like, don't we have a lot of information about, Sumerian, this one specific guy from Sumer who just sold, like, the shittiest bronze ever?
Oh, I remember.
And he was keeping all of this correspondence.
It was like, I think he was Babylonian, actually. But
Babylonian. But, like, yeah, he just kept all of the correspondence that people would send screaming at him for giving him shit copper.
Is there a Pokemon that has a different evolution at a higher level if you cancel an earlier evolution? I don't think so. Because,
Not,
like,
not like that's a bit like
I
that.
feel
That would be
like.
kind of mean to do to a kid. Keep in mind the target audience for this game, you know.
Well, we say that, but Inkay evolves by flipping your console over.
You know, fair, but like you can't permanently miss out on that.
I guess that's true. Also evolve for friendship or whatever. Like, there's some that are, like, branching, like, it's not in this gen. I think it was added in the fourth, but the Ralts that we have in a future Pokemon game could hypothetically evolve into, what is it, Gallade, if you teach him some specific thing.
No, it's not that. You give it a Dawnstone. You have to give a male Corellia a Dawnstone.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, any of the ones that learn by that evolve by leveling up, knowing a specific move, weren't ones where it's branching. A better example would be Politoed, because for Poliwrath, actually no, you have to trade it with a King's Rock for that one. That's not friendship. Yeah, it's Waterstone or King's Rock for that, so you have to pull the trigger on both of those. So I don't think there are any that where it's like you can accidentally screw yourself out of it, with the exception of like having two different Pokemon that evolve by the same method, but have different conditions, like Espeon and Umbreon, where it has to be night and day, or Tyrogue, where it has to have certain stats. But even then, like,
yeah. What were those two Pokemon in Gen 5, I think, where if you traded them specifically with each other, they both evolved?
Carablast and Shelmet, I believe.
Yeah, like, the lore is that one, like, steals the other one's helmet or something ridiculous.
Yeah, the Carablast steals the Shelmet's shell, and so the Carablast becomes a Scavalier, and the Shelmet becomes Excelgor.
Yeah, actually I remember that now, because there was one of those that I used pretty frequently in that gen, although I'm now struggling to remember which one. That's way worse. It is definitely... Oh, like having to specifically have the link cable? Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. Like, trade...
I had several link cables, specifically because Pokemon was all I would fucking play as a kid.
I actually played a 4-player game one time. Of Pokemon? I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, like they, with the GBA, the link cables had, like, if you had 3 link cables, you could hook them up in such a way that 4 people could play together. Thus, like, Legend of Zelda 4 Swords and stuff like that.
Huh.
And so for Pokemon, you could have 4 different people all linked up, and you could have 2 people on one team and 2 people on the other.
Slowpoke can evolve by level or by trade. Is that
there
true?
we go.
Huh.
Yeah, because Slowpoke can evolve into Slow. Actually, is that right? I thought Slowbro. Slowbro does evolve by level. So if you want it to become a Slow King, you have to trade it before it turns into a Slow.
Can I take a second to point out how weird this person is for introducing himself to you by saying he needs to go to the bathroom? Also, that's a Parasect.
Yeah, people in Pokemon say some pretty odd stuff when you begin with, but that's kind of part of the charm.
Yeah. There's, like, this one guy later in the game who just, like, gives you camping advice, and then you fight him. It's pretty great. I don't know what to do about this. This is a problem I've run into several times now in the randomizer, is, you'll encounter Pokemon that are, like, under-leveled, like, they're evolved, but they're lower level than they're supposed to be. But the stats are still higher, so they're very... Yeah.
They're tough. They're tough.
At least that's all he has. Okay.
Also, doesn't Parasect evolve via Grass Stone? Or Leaf Stone, rather?
I don't think so, but maybe. I'm not sure. I always liked the way Parasect looked. Just a mushroomy lad.
A big mushroom with dead eyes. No, it evolves at level 24.
Huh. I think it was a Mario game. Okay.
Mario.
Only nerds play Pokemon. Even when I was in school with kids I actually liked, so like earlier part of elementary school, we didn't really play Pokemon together that much. Like, I realize I'm now going to sound like my mom, but when we were together doing stuff, we mostly like played like at the park and that kind of thing. I don't know if
Yeah,
that
we, we,
was.
we did that when I was at school age too, but when we were inside, we would try to play Pokemon a lot, but the counselors would shut us down because there was still kind of a stigma about video games.
Yeah. Actually, I remember the first Catholic school I went to. Well, technically an Orthodox school. The first religious school I went to being pretty cool about that. Like, you were allowed to play on your Game Boy during recess, I think.
Mm.
My problem was that I got into Pokemon way after everyone else did. Yeah, that happens. And then, like, Gen 3, I was the only person I knew who still played it. Everybody else was, like, too cool for it at that point. You know,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
was kind of the case. Like once we hit when we hit middle school, everybody was like, Pokemon, it's a freaking kids game, and it's like still good. It's still a fun game.
Well, that's just how middle schoolers are. My younger brothers are like that about things, too. Uh, the Absolute Ledge. Do we remember why we named this Pokemon Ledge?
Because we were talking about like Chav speak.
Right. I did. I did fucking smash my pal in Mega Man Battle Network once.
Battle Network was a series I really wish I had gotten into when I was like earlier, because by the time I actually owned a copy, it was the horribly translated like DS remake that comboed the two Battle Network 5 games.
Huh.
Yeah.
I had. I've brought this up before, but my dad had a modded Xbox with like a bunch of just random shit on it, and one of those things was a GBA emulator, and I think I remember playing it a fair amount on that. But then I got lost at one point, like halfway through the game, and I never did anything else after that. Because this was before I was allowed to use the computer on my own, and my parents didn't like me looking up video game stuff for whatever reason.
To be fair, I did discover some pretty, shall we say, interesting Legend of Zelda fan art at a pretty young age because I was allowed to have free reign on the computer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did, however, know enough. I did, however, know enough to keep that stuff to myself because I didn't want Mom to know that I saw a picture of Nehru with her titties out.
I once played versus someone in Chain of Memories on the Game Boy Advance. That game's multiplayer barely works. Huh. I got so frustrated fighting Alpha that I cried. I don't think I've actually shed real tears over video games in a long time, but I definitely feel that way occasionally. Fucking Father Gascoigne fight in Bloodborne. A Wingull. Brap, 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 brap. My My mom went over to stay at a friend's house to like watch their stuff overnight and said that she would text me when she got there. She left about 4 hours ago. Now, I would be worried, but I know for a fact that she constantly forgets to text people after telling them to, so mostly I'm just a little bit annoyed.
Mom is really bad at checking her texts.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the time when I text her while she's out knitting, she straight up does not notice that she got a text.
I think it's just like an older generation thing. Like, it just doesn't occur, I guess.
Mm.
29, normal age to cry. No, I knew that you were trying to say that you were still a kid, you know. Basically, I tried to spin it into yet another reason to complain about the Father Gascoigne fight in Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne's not an easy game. I haven't beaten Cleric Beast because I'm a scrub.
You don't actually have to beat the Cleric Beast.
I know, but I feel like I should.
If you throw Molotovs at his face, he like stumbles over, and you can use a visceral attack on him.
I see.
Yeah.
I had pretty bad timing with those Molotovs. Ah.
They take some practice, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So much about that game does. It's not very forgiving.
Yeah. It's
But
of the Souls games I've played, which is almost all of them. I've never played Demon Souls. It's probably the hardest.
Yeah.
Hey, a C dot. Oh no, guys, he's gonna bide.
He's gonna bide his time, and all you really gotta do is just sit there and not do shit.
Yeah.
Just give him a smooch.
Is it?
And then charm him.
I assume that the is it is directed at me saying that Bloodborne is the hardest Souls game. It is to me. I think it's just because it's much like quicker, and I'm a very defensive Souls player.
Yeah.
Like
Bloodborne is Bloodborne. Here's your defensive option: don't get hit.
yeah, or like, you know, you got to learn all the timing stuff.
Oh, right, parries, and don't get hit.
The idea,
of course, there is the lock shield, which you can get really late into the DLC, but like,
yeah,
it's not much.
but that's more for like specifically deflecting some spells, I think, right?
I believe so, yeah. Like, there's a plank of wood, but like that is deliberately a very bad shield.
It's like, yeah, it's
by
a
design.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah. Like like I think the flavor text on that is like the small modicum of protection it wears is nothing compared to the humiliation of using it.
No, that's the plank.
Which I love.
That's the plank from the original Dark Souls that says that.
Is it? Let me double check.
It's actually I think I know this like mostly off the top of my head. It's like wooden shields are not usually employed in the hunts due to their ineffectualness against the might of the beasts, and then it says like shields are nice, but not when they engender passivity.
That is exactly what it says.
Yep.
A crude wooden shield used by the masses who have arisen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally imply shields ineffectual against the strength of the beasts, as they tend to be. Shields are nice, but not if they engender passivity. Yeah, because like the entire lore behind why there's not really like there's not really grades of armor in Bloodborne, is because the apparently like the beasts are so strong they just tear through armor like it's nothing.
Yeah, there is one metal set of armor in the game, but it's not significantly heavier than like anything else.
There's not actually an armor weight stat in Bloodborne.
Yeah, I meant like in terms of
Defense.
Yeah. Looks nice though. It's like a knight suit with like a cape like bolted onto it. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Personally, I like the Canehurst knight set.
That one
The
is
one,
what.
like the really fancy one.
Yeah, that one is what I have. Dr. Urzabet, who was my like main character, wear, except I have her wear the what is it called? The Ashen head, which is like the witch hat. The witch hat with the mask. It looks pretty great.
Yeah, it is pretty sick. But yeah, like I really wanted to like get to Canehurst and become a Vileblood, propose to Queen Annalise because I'm fucking gay. But nope, I'm too shit. I can't even get past the cleric beast. I don't deserve her amused affection.
Yeah. Oh, is this a normal gym? Okay.
I guess it is now.
Oh, got a Rattata.
Rat-ta-ta.
Rat-tat-tat. Okay, not so much with ledge then. Well, depending on what we run into here, this might be either very easy or very hard.
This could be easy or it could be a living nightmare.
Yeah. That's how she goes. Still surprised that Dark Souls 3 exists, seeing how much the disdain was shown towards the slower playstyle in Bloodborne. I don't think that that's, like, real. Like, there's, like, some, like, light poking fun at people who just kind of turtle a lot, but I don't think it's particularly serious.
Right.
And,
like,
also, like, there's the
like
fact
the thing is that Bloodborne wasn't designed to be played that way.
Yeah.
Dark Souls is, and it's not like people saying, "Oh, if you turtle, you're boring." It's people saying this game isn't made for that.
Yeah.
And like they and also Dark Souls, like the original, was really ridiculously popular. I would have been surprised if they never went back to it, and I'm glad they did. Although apparently I've heard that aren't FromSoft making a new Souls game, sci-fi one or something?
They're remastering the first game, and I've heard like very nebulous and vague stuff about this like sci-fi version of Dark Souls that apparently is happening. But I can't. I don't know if it's actual information or if it's just rumor or conjecture based off of incomplete information. I don't know. Somebody wants to look that up, you may certainly do so, although I just got suckered into it.
All we have on Shadows Die Twice right now is just, like, the single 30-second trailer and, like, very nebulous information.
Yeah. Ain't that just the way?
Uh-huh. Anyway, like...
So, I'm, like, fully expecting it to come out and be medieval-themed and have people be really angry about that.
It could be Bloodborne 2.
I guess.
It could be Bloodborne 2. I would like that.
I would not mind that. I think it would be cool if they did make something with a more futuristic theme, though.
It would be interesting, yeah.
Now, that would be like a total
Or they could
departure.
make Armored Core again.
They
They
could.
could make another Armored Core game.
Although, I've never actually played any of the Armored Core games.
Yeah. But,
They said it was a new IP? Okay. Huh. I can't believe Bloodborne 2 is the Fate Stay Night crossover. No,
Bloodborner.
no, Fate Stay Night has too much, like, color to be related to Dark Souls. I like those games, but they're...
I mean, you could use the Fate Zero cast.
I guess so. Wow, okay. Goodbye, Ledge.
Wrecked.
Huh.
Bloodborne Cart Riot.
Bloodborne card. I'd play it.
Yeah, I would play as Lady Maria because I'm a lesbian.
I am gently patting your head through the wire.
Listen, Canehurst women are hot.
You mean the ones that are ghosts and shriek at you and like are carrying around their heads on a plate.
Not those ones. The ones that are still people.
The one.
Well, people-ish. People-ish. Lady Maria is like a hallucination, and like the queen is immortal. Like some kind of fucking
Yo,
immortal
what the
vampire
fuck
that can
is
be
up with this
reconstituted
Jigglypuff?
from like nothing. Jigglypuff's a beast.
Evidently.
Listen. Alright, listen up. I'm Jigglypuff, and things are about to get jiggly rough.
Now listen up, here's a story about a little guy who lived in a blue world. And all day and all night, everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside.
I cannot believe I have recently visited this nightmare upon the stream. I apologize for my actions. I am going to resign from PJ Live effective immediately.
But
I
babe,
do not deserve the affection that this community has given for me. I have done something horrible, and I don't know that I can ever repay. I don't know that I can ever do anything to make up for it.
But
I am sorry,
but babe,
but I think this is it.
but babe,
What?
blew his house with the blue little windows.
Oh my god!
And a blue
Why?
Corvette.
You could just stop. You could have stopped.
Dabba-dee, dabba-die, dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Oh, I'm getting up to clean my teeth now.
Okay. Oh, goodness. So, I guess we should, like, grind a little bit more in order to, not get one shot by Jigglypuff all the time. Now, the last time I did this, I actually managed to just kind of brute force the cave. You don't really need Flash to find your way through it. So maybe we will just try to do that again while poking around and hopefully leveling up a bit. What's in here? Dewford Hall. Oh, is this where you can make the memes? I think it's where you can make the memes. A secret camera party? I want no part of a secret camera party. Who's the person you talk to change the thing? Is it this guy? Okay. Okay. No. Let's see what we can do. Drooling is a good first pick. Oh, we gotta go with rock solid. I like that one a lot. People. Rock solid, babe. Yes. I love these people. Alright. Alright, training time. Goodness, my eyes are quite irritated right now. I imagine because it's really dry in here. Also in the anime, they beat the shit out of everyone. That's true. Jigglypuff in the anime is like a bad motherfucker. You don't want to test him. Her? I don't know. This is the most on-brand my stream has ever been, by the way, is me complaining about my eyes while we play, or while we, like, grind in order to be better than the second gym in the game. Acorn Buddy just hanging out in the cave. Yeah, what do you do on Saturday nights? He's hanging out. I should make a C-Dot emote. I like C-Dot. It's cute. Even if the thing that it evolves into is some kind of bizarre tree troll. A tree trunk troll. A terrible tree trunk troll. Oh no, it's going to bide. How horrifying. And Noctoodle, can you like learn Peck now or something? Rods. Oh, Haru. Oh, thank you. See, sometimes you just have to ask politely, and it all goes just fine. Oh! Fuck, I don't have any Pokeballs, do I? I don't... That's the wrong thing. I don't think I do. I got 2. Okay. Alright. Okay. We are going to do this. We are gonna make this happen. Yeah, kiss. Your Outlook account settings are out of date. Thanks, computer. Alright. 1 Thundershock. Maybe 2 Thundershocks. No crits.
And I return.
Babe?
Yes?
Babe.
Yes.
Do you see what we're fighting?
A Charmander.
Do you see what I'm going to try to catch?
Oh my god, it's wild?
Yes.
We wild.
No! Alright.
To be fair, them boys have a low catch rate.
I imagine they do.
Give it the prayer cabal, or save state until we get it.
I did save state at the start of the fight, but I think whether or not you catch a Pokemon is actually determined, like...
No, it's ruled when you throw the ball.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's try with this one. Ah! Okay. If you think that I'm letting this one go for a little thing like, you know, integrity, you don't know me very well.
Or, you know, good streaming.
Bye, Maya.
Good streaming procedure.
Hey, listen. It's a Charmander.
I know. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying this is also a thing we should just not give a fuck about because, oh my god, Charmander.
It's a Charmander.
Mm-hmm.
Integrity is for people that play on actual hardware. Okay?
Yes.
Also, people need to start thinking of good nicknames for a Charmander, who will one day be a
Uh,
Charizard.
hmm,
Oh my god, it worked!
I told you.
Yes. Okay, I actually have to use the bathroom again, so I'll be right back
Okay.
and you guys can brainstorm nicknames while I'm gone.
We could name it the Prodigy.
Call it not Squirtle. Hello.
I came up with Prodigy.
Because he's a fire starter. Twisted
That's right.
fire starter.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get it. I like Prodigy. Do we have any other suggestions? Hmm. I see Heinz doing a rumination in the chat. And I see Haruspeck's going to play Race the Sun on Steam. Prodigy MN? What is the MN for? Whoops. I almost made it like Pirate Prodigy. Prodigy. Wait, hold on, that's not how you spell that.
You misspelled Prodigy there.
I almost made it Prodigy. I think we can go with this. Now we have to make a very difficult decision, which is what Pokemon to box in order to Prodigimon. Oh, that would have been really funny. But I'm sorry. I didn't interpret your MN in a way that made sense to me. Let's take a reasoned look at our options. So, we've got a fighting Pokemon, a flying Pokemon, a bug, a psychic. I think Astolfo and Designer have their spots firmly secured.
Yes. Astolfo's the mascot.
Yeah. What do you think about who we're putting back to add the Charmander? It is a difficult decision, to be sure. Boo?
What is a difficult decision?
Which one we're putting back to bring out the Charmander?
Right. I hate to say it, but I think Noctoodle's not doing its job just yet.
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking was actually Sting, just because Beedrill tends to kind of top out in usefulness, like, fairly soon.
Yeah, but we should still use it.
You think? I guess we could take Noctoodle out again later.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes sense.
Or we could catch something else, because, like, Noctowl's cool, but it's not the best flying type, and I'm sure we could find another one. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's not, like, a balance to these.
Like, the other one that I rolled, the other randomized ROM that I rolled, like, a lot of Delibird, and not a lot of anything else. In terms of, flying type Pokemon. But it's an owl, I know. But, you know. Now it gets to go hang out with Professor, whatever the fuck his name is, Birch. And now we have a Charmander. Arguably, like, the fan favorite starter all time.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. A Bellsprout.
Yep.
Now, if we didn't already have a grass Pokemon, I'd say let's catch this and roll with it as well, but...
Yeah. Bellsprout's a good boy, but having a lot of grass types is a little bit nicer than having a grass poison type.
Yeah. When I, way back in the far gone days of the early 2000s, when I had Pokemon Silver, I had a really good Victory Bell that I used a lot, like, playing with my friends a couple times that we did, and just in general.
Yeah. Man, I am trying to remember what it was that Wally freaking caught.
Persian. But I discovered something though. The game, the randomizer program does not seem to understand that Wally is also your rival.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets new Pokemon each time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Or the other thing is, because I've only faced Wally once in the other thing. The other thing is, it might be that it just doesn't, like, it treats the Pokemon that he catches in, like, the tutorial segment, and the one he actually gets as two different Pokemon, like, it doesn't know how to make those match up.
I see.
So, he probably won't have a Persian.
Which is a pity.
Yeah.
And probably a blessing.
This early on? Yeah. Why does everything that knows Pound know it and, like, be able to kill everything I have with one hit? Or two hits in that case. Still, it's too much.
Because, haven't you checked the exchange lately? The Pound is very strong right now.
If anybody ever wonders where I get it from...
I have corrupted her.
You know what Gen 3 Pokemon is underrated? Gulpin/Swalot. I agree.
Yeah, we actually talked about this yesterday.
You mean on the last stream?
Yes, on the last stream, not yesterday. What? I don't go hide in the closet until I have to get dragged out from streaming. You can't prove anything.
Oh, babe. We should do an anime group watch after this.
I have plans, regrettably. Sorry.
I just meant like we in a general sense.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Hop, skip, jump, boo, I don't know why the fucking Shugo Shara theme just popped into my head unbidden.
I don't know either.
I haven't watched that in like literally 10 years. And now I feel very old.
Yeah.
I barely even remember what that show was about.
Magical girls, I figure.
Yeah. What was the deal there? She, like, had these little angel and devil people that were, like, they tried to guide her.
Like, in spite of my being incredibly lesbian, I've never really watched that many magical girl series. Like, the three, I have watched, like, 4 of them, and I've only finished 3 of the 4 I watched. And once I say what I've watched, I think it should be clear which one I didn't finish. So the 4 that I've watched were Cardcaptor Sakura, Madoka, Magical Girl Lyrica Nanoha, and Sailor Moon.
Which one didn't you finish? Because it's actually not clear to me at all.
Okay, Sailor Moon, because it's fucking long.
It is really long.
Yeah. I only got through, like, a good chunk of, like, the first season. Like, I think I barely got into the part where the opening actually had the 5 inner scouts in it.
Yeah,
the 5
that's...
inner senshi in it.
Like, people forget that about Sailor Moon, is that, like, the entire first season is pretty much just Usagi by herself.
No, like,
and then
the
they
first
slowly
season,
add them in.
Well, not really. They actually add Sailor Mercury fairly early on, and then Sailor Mars shortly after her.
Oh, really? I thought it was slower than that, but it's
No,
been...
the thing is, it's just the 3 of them for a while.
Well, of the inner senshi, Sailor Mars and Sailor Mercury are 2 of my favorites, but so are Sailor Venus and Jupiter and Moon, so...
Babe, I think you're just a lesbian disaster.
Maybe
I was gonna say, like, Sailor Mars, like, Mercury is really cute and stuff, and Sailor Mars, like, fair, she's got the tall, dark Bishoujo thing going on, and she's a Shinto priestess.
Hey, another
Smeargle.
Smeargle.
Really cool. Listen, she's really, really cool.
She is really, really cool.
But, like, then you just named all 5 of them, so I think you're just a huge lesbian. I think that's the answer.
There's a possibility.
Yeah.
Also, you know... Actually, weirdly enough, if I had to rank them, the 2, like, actual lesbians would not be near the top for me, because I just don't remember them that well.
I mean, I never got far enough to see them, as I recently stated. I haven't even gotten far enough to see Jupiter and Venus, so...
Although, I do remember that Sailor Uranus had the cool, like, thing where she, like, threw a yellow energy ball that would, like, go along the ground.
I don't know. I didn't watch... Again, I didn't watch very much of it.
Yeah.
I didn't, like... And even when I caught episodes on Cartoon Network as a kid, the episodes with the Outer Senshi were never really on.
I don't know. I remember seeing Sailor Saturn at least enough times to develop a crush on her, but...
Yeah, you definitely did, but, like, I'm just saying from my personal experience.
Yeah.
The like, when I did see it.
I get you.
Yeah, but no, like it was just those three, which means the only real Magical Girl series I've really watched was. I just said I've only watched four Magical Girl series. Go, like no, I did not watch. I have not watched Princess Tutu. I have not watched Shuoka. I
To
have
be
not watched
fair,
any generation of Precure. I have not
to
watched
be fair,
any of that. The only real
to
Magical
be
Girl
fair,
series that I have finished is Card Captor Sakura. That's it.
boo. To be
Yes,
fair, not everybody considers Princess Tutu a magical girl show.
I suppose.
I've seen arguments over that on the internet before.
Yeah, fair.
Also,
But
I'm
like,
gonna catch this Onyx if I can.
yeah, but yeah, like Sakura was the only like traditional Magical Girl show I've actually finished. Like, like I liked Madoka. Ah, my bad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. But I like Madoka and everything, but it's not like it doesn't really count, you know, in the same way Evangelion doesn't really count as mecha.
What's the quote? Is like Evangelion is a mecha show in the same way that Twin Peaks is a police procedural.
I guess.
I've heard that somewhere, but I don't know what the origin of the quote is, like where it
Like
came
I've never
from.
seen Twin Peaks, so I don't know anything beyond it about besides it being really surreal. Evangelion is less surreal and more just like
Sad.
really. It's not even really sad, I would say, as much as it's fucked up.
Tragic.
Yes, that's the word.
Did you know that Gunbuster?
Classical anti-hero Shinji.
Yes.
Yeah,
Poor Shinji.
yeah.
He is a sad panda.
Shinji Shinji deserved better. Asuka really deserved fucking better. Somebody get these children like some proper fucking supervision, I swear to God.
Hey, Ray deserved better too. Just even like a better origin. Like
Ray, okay, yeah, but like Ray wasn't really all that much worse for wear because of it. Ray actually came out of that pretty good until she had to like, spoiler alert, sacrifice herself to keep other people from getting killed by the fucking angel.
Hmm.
Like she actually had a pretty, she actually made out pretty well considering
I should
the
like
bullshit involved in her creation.
finish Eva at some point.
Should you?
I should is what I said.
You could do that. We could watch it together.
We could. It was like I like enjoyed the episodes. I think I watched like 6. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And then something like came up, and I just never finished it.
Yeah. No, like the first, like the series is like actually legitimately really good, entertaining, and a solid action show for a while. But there is a very tangible point where everything just kind of goes tits up,
Yeah.
and it's just like, well, now here we are in the real Evangelion now.
The real Dark Souls starts here.
Yeah, basically.
You know, what's weird is that Gunbuster's kind of like that too, like in Micro.
Yeah. Except Gunbuster, instead of going like super dark and tragic, goes like really ridiculously far out.
I don't. Gunbuster's like also really tragic, but only if you like think about it. They don't really shove it in your face so much.
Right, like it's tragic in the way most mecha series are tragic. Like bad things happen, but like that's not the point of it.
Have you seen Gunbuster through to the end?
No, I haven't actually seen Gunbuster, so I'm kind of blowing smoke out my ass right now. I'm just, yeah, like, but yeah.
Well,
I guess I don't know what I'm talking about.
no, it's okay. Like spoiler for anime that came out in I think like 1984. The thing that happens at the end of Gunbuster is um, Noriko and her girlfriend, you know how anime tends to be.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, they plant a bomb in a black hole, and because of time dilation, they are flung 12,000 years into the future. And that's the end of the series.
Huh.
And it ends on a hopeful note, kind of, but there is still the very real fact that everybody that they have ever known is now millennia dead.
Yeah.
Which is part of the point of the series, and is portrayed in a way that's like, uh, you know, necessary sacrifice to accomplish a great deed, and it's, framed in a vaguely
Yeah.
heroic way, but it is still like pretty fucking sad too.
Yeah. That actually reminds me of a plot point from a video game which I will not mention on the off chance that somebody here hasn't played it. Which are better than average, I would say.
Yeah. Actually, we were going to do a Die Buster stream the other day, and we just never did. So, if anybody wants to do... Or we could do another round of Crunchy Roulette. That was fun the other day. Have you ever done a Crunchy Roulette, babe?
I have witnessed you doing a Crunchy Roulette, yeah.
They're very fun. If only because you get to know just the sheer breadth of incredibly mediocre animation that exists in the world.
Yep.
And occasionally...
You know what you should finish, because it just came up on my playlist?
What?
You should finish watching Gotcha Crowds.
Though, yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot that I have to, watch the second season to that still.
No, oh wait, you finished season 1 of Crowds?
Yeah. Yeah, where they, she, traps the devil guy in her notebook.
Did you actually hunt down the last episode for that? Because the full version isn't,
No, I watched
isn't on Crunchy.
I watched the TV version, which to my understanding has, about 15 minutes of footage missing.
Yeah.
And then somebody else was like, what happened was... Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay. You should actually watch it, because the scene where she traps Katsa is so good.
I should.
Yeah.
Hajime is actually maybe my favorite character from that series, which was not...
Hajime is a wonderful ball of sunshine and the best, and what shonen heroes should aspire to be.
She's also, I've seen analysis positing that she is, a Buddha, which is pretty great.
That she's what?
A Buddha.
A Buddha?
Yes.
I don't know that she's a Buddha.
Or
she seems too invested in everyday life to be a Buddha.
Perhaps. I mean, I don't know anything about Buddhism. This was just somebody's blog that I read at one point, but
yeah, no, Hajime does not strike me as a very Buddhist type.
She does, however, strike me as a very Hajime type.
A very what, babe? I swear to God, if you said booty.
What did you think I said?
Booty?
No! I just said a very Hajime type.
Yes, she is a very Hajime type.
Oh, good lord, I have some standards. She's 13.
No, she's in high school, babe. She's 17 at the end of the series.
Really? She seems younger.
Yeah.
I guess she's just because she's short, but
she is short, yeah.
Anime is like that.
At the end, babe, at the end of season 1, Sugane graduated high school. He is in college now.
Oh yeah. Huh. That was a good show.
That's him going to get that drink with Joe. Because I'm pretty sure the legal drinking age in Japan is 18. I might be mistaken.
But yeah, that was a good show. I didn't like love it, but I liked it.
I really, really enjoyed it.
It was a
If only because it was really neat and stylish, and I liked the themes, and
yeah.
also because Rui is fucking goals.
Rui is a very good character. Also,
Yes,
I want her. His I
I go
don't
with
know.
Zane personally.
That's a safe bet. Their their vast wig collection.
Yes, Rui's wardrobe is powerful.
I do like that she's basically like this. Obviously, I mean, I don't think it was the inspiration behind the character, but it was like, what if we put the mind of like a shonen protagonist into Mark Zuckerberg?
What if we made Mark Zuckerberg a genderqueer superhero?
Uh, the social network.
Yeah. Though I will say I am some like minor spoilers for Insight. Uh, I gotta say I am very disappointed that Rui's like gotcha suit in Insight is very mask.
Aww.
Yeah, because I like Rui's whole like thing.
Wait, why did they get a suit? Like the whole thing is that. Well, I guess the guy's gone now. That makes sense. Okay, never mind. I answered my
Yeah,
own question.
yeah, because remember like when OD got their book back and made it like a proper notebook.
Odie is also a really good character.
The whole cast is good, okay?
It is, but like I keep remembering. You know what show I need to finish? It's in that same vein of like really out there action series. Although I guess you could argue that Gotcha Man Crowds is more of like an idea show, but whatever. Um,
Yeah.
Punchline. Do you remember that when that was airing a couple years ago?
No.
All right. The premise of
I don't
this.
know what that is.
Okay. So first of all, the name is Punchline, 2 words, all caps, and an exclamation point because that is how it is. Um, the first two things I knew about the series were one, it was apparently created to be aimed at young girls, which I, having seen most of it, I don't understand. Um, and two, the main character is a lad who, upon seeing panties, becomes stuck in a time loop that sends him back to, I think, like a week ago. And it turns into this, like, bizarre. Oh, hey, a grammar. I like that.
Hi!
When I finally get my hands on Moon, I definitely want to catch an Alolan grammar.
Oh, because they're like
Rainbow lads.
they're rainbow lads and they're sweet and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they don't stank because all of the gunk is like shoved deep inside of them. I forget what the lore explanation was.
I figured it was just like oil is shiny and rainbow sometimes.
A lowland grimer.
But hold on though. I need to finish my tangent on Punchline, the greatest show of this or any generation. Um,
Don't lie to me like this.
it's actually, for what I remember seeing, it actually wasn't a bad show. Just very, very weird. Kind of like if somebody had seen Kill la Kill and was like, "I bet I can one up that." It's It's just a very odd show. I think there's like a superhero lady named Orange Juice, if I'm remembering that right. It's a peculiar program. It's on Crunchyroll if anybody watching wants to watch it sometime. Um,
Okay,
there's
so here's the
also
deal.
there's like a world controlling conspiracy and a guy in a gas mask. I don't remember. Do share about Alolan Grimer, please.
Grimer was brought to Alola to deal with the excess waste generated by the region's increased population. However, with little liquid sludge to feed on, it took to eating solid garbage instead. The steady diet of trash caused its form to change. This variant's body is green with a line of yellow smudge along its lower lip. It has 2 teeth in its upper jaw. These are actually crystallized toxins formed from the garbage that Grimer has been eating. It is not known how to break down these toxic crystals, but direct contact with them is known to be dangerous. Lethal poisons leak out of Grimer's body when these crystals fall out. Grimer is perpetually hungry and must constantly eat trash if none is available. It will eat other manufactured products instead. Because it stores its toxins within the crystals, the Alolan Grimer does not produce a foul stench like the standard version.
Where are you getting that from?
Bulbapedia.
Huh. Where'd they get that from?
Probably the official Sun website, because they have like very in-depth explanations for all their preview Pokemon,
Okay.
especially the Alola forms.
Cool. But yeah, I mostly want one because it's rainbow. It's like, it has like the dark subtype too, right? Or something?
Alolan Grimer is Poison Dark, that's correct.
Yeah.
Blurble. Though it's Muck that's the rainbow one once it evolves.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Alolan Grimer is just like green and yellow, I think.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Still a good lad.
Yes.
Crunchy sounds fun. Oh, that was Heinz responding to me, talking about doing a crunchy roulette later. I guess we could do that. There's no reason not to. Although the last time we did one, we ended up landing on Rin, Daughters of Nemesis, which Mala and I were traumatized by.
Oh, here's an interesting thing from the Muck page. It is a living biohazard, leaking toxins that will instantly kill all plant life it touches. Even it being in close proximity to plants will cause them to wilt and die. Extreme caution is advised in avoiding any contact with this Pokemon, as an accidental brush-up can lead to severe sickness. The effects of this Pokemon can leave the landscape barren for 3 years. In dirty residential areas where people throw trash into the streets, it is almost certain to appear. So, it will readily consume any waste or refuse generated by people and Pokemon alike. It can be found in heavily polluted bodies of water, cities, and factories. So based on this, you would think people would want to avoid having these things around, right?
Yeah, but like the Pokedex shit has never made any sense anyway, so like...
Right, but here's the deal. However, Muck's population has declined due to recent environmental improvements and extermination efforts, leading some to believe it will go extinct at some point. Sludge ponds are being built to prevent their extinction.
Sludge ponds.
This is the consequence of having Pokemon based on pollution. That is fascinating world building to me. I don't know where they got that, but I love that detail.
Sludge ponds.
Like, oh yeah, this is a Pokemon that causes like plant life to die. It's like causes horrible sickness, but it's dying out because we're fixing the environment. So we need to preserve it by creating deliberately fucked up areas for it to live in.
Save the Mucks.
Seriously, what the heck?
Y'all ever just save the Mucks?
Save the Mucks. Hashtag Save the Mucks 2018.
I left when that one started, but I did watch that show years ago. I assume referring
Probably
to
Rin.
No, well, I was saying that Mala and I were traumatized by Rin, which is a show that we randomly got. I believe Heinz is referring to that, although it's hard to say for certain. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like that sometimes.
It just be like that.
They don't think that it be like it is, but it do.
It do.
I always wonder where that quote is from. I always see it attributed to this like baseball player, but I don't know if that's actually true. If Arbok is Cobra backwards and Ekans is Snake, what is Muck?
Makes you do a rumination.
Yeah. We're a classy stream.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we already had Tsuneri and Bugatti Doji. You can't get much lower than that.
Kill the stream. It's over.
Kill the feed.
Anybody remember when I put up that one episode of Enter the Gungeon that was entirely audio because I forgot to capture the game?
That's a new level of brilliance, my dear.
I'm smart. All right. What's up? Boo.
I'm sorry, the song is bop.
Oh, you're singing along. I thought you were like far away from the microphone and trying to talk, and I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I was whisper singing because I didn't want to interrupt the stream. Listen, the Sapphire cover of Insight is really good.
I am going to quick take another break, and then when I come back, we're going to try and challenge the gym again. Let's see if we can knock out 2 in one stream. That would be really cool if we could, but you never know. I watched the Gungeon podcast. Go, you remain my most loyal viewer. Thank you. In 7 days of St. Claus, mighty cool. Hello.
Hi.
Puffy Yamayumi?
Nope. Just Cherry and Jane.
It's Cherry and Jane, it's Jane and Cherry, 2 unforgettable girls.
Speaking of which, I got a can of Diet Coke with the flavor labeled Feisty Cherry today.
Please tell me you just like took a picture of it and put it on Twitter and just captioned it in mood or something.
I didn't. I should have, but I can just go and get another can of it.
What's feisty about it?
It was just wild cherry flavor, I guess.
Hey, this guy's got a fucking Ditto.
Dude, that's cheating. You're not allowed to have Dittos in the normal type gin.
Alright, hold on. I can sabotage him. Check this out.
Check this shit out, my Doge. Fucking nailed it. Now
And
we switch to
then,
the cell phone.
and then, haha!
The power of having a balanced team.
Fuck off. Everybody, they should make a Ditto gym. Everybody has only Dittos. Dittos
They're
with that,
like,
Dittos with that one ability that lets them like automatically transform.
Metamorph or whatever it was.
Yeah, they're like a cult.
All hail Ditto. All hail Ditto.
I feel like if asked what is one Pokemon you would want to have and your answer is Ditto, you're cheating.
You are super cheating and boring, possibly.
On the other hand, I don't know. I think shapeshifting is like a cool power, but it's one that like I would want to have, not my Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't want a shapeshifting pet. I want to shapeshift.
Yeah, I'd be like jealous of it, and that's not a good.
Or like a shapeshifting friend.
Yeah, like that's not a good basis for a relationship. Just being envious of your pet. Also, like, I think my answer would probably be Ms. Magius, to the surprise of literally nobody.
0 people. Yeah. You would definitely have a Miss Mage's boo.
They're really good.
They're
I
good
actually,
mom.
I had a really strong Ms. Magius on my X save, or Y save. In fact, I think I might have used it against you once or twice. But
Maybe.
But I don't know if that's there anymore because the SD card I was using for my DS broke, and I think that's all saved on the card.
Do you use a cartridge for X and Y?
Yeah.
No, it's saved on the cartridge.
Is it? Okay.
The SD card for 3DS was only for games you download. So like your Link Between Worlds data isn't gonna be there, but your
Well, I don't know, cause like I tried to play Omega Ruby the other day, and it wouldn't let me. Like, I guess there just wasn't enough space left on the system or something. I don't know. I'd have to like look up.
Did you download Omega Ruby?
No, I was using the cartridge you bought me.
That's weird. That's really weird, actually. I mean, I think it does like an install for the patch data,
Maybe that was
but
why.
that's about it.
Like,
Yeah, your patch data might have been non-existent.
and it like got
But,
confused.
Yeah,
That could be it.
but no, it saves the information to the cartridge. I know this because I've transferred systems 3 times since getting Pokemon X, and it still works.
I hope so, because that's like the only game I ever did like an extensive amount of like end game raising of Pokemon in. I had like a good 30 Pokemon that were like fairly well leveled, and I liked them all a lot.
Yeah.
I want my babies to transfer over to the Sun or Moon whenever I get it, and then perhaps in the future to the Switch games whenever those come out.
Yeah.
Those have been confirmed, right? Or are those still just like an assumption?
Nope. There was during a Nintendo Direct, it was stated that a new core Pokemon title would be produced for the Switch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Which means, hey, Pokemon in H freaking D.
Yeah. I do think it's, like, I don't have a problem with it, but I do think it's really weird how Nintendo are, like, merging the two like, their two kinds of system with the Switch. Like,
Well, it's not that weird if you look at their sales history since basically 1996.
I guess.
Because the Nintendo 64 didn't perform well, the GameCube didn't perform well, the Wii fucking knocked it out of the park. The Wii basically printed money, but the DS still beat it. And then the Wii U didn't perform well, but their handheld systems all performed consistently.
Yeah, I mean, they've never really had very much competition other than, like, the Vita.
Sony fucking tried. And the PSP was a great system, and the Vita was a great system. The support for them just wasn't really there.
I still think a lot of it, at least in America, was just, like, brand recognition. If you're playing a game on the go, it's either a Nintendo something or other or a phone. Like,
right. Well, I mean, mobile gaming wasn't really a thing during the PSP era.
yeah.
And the PSP did well enough in Japan. Like, that's the thing. It only really got much of anywhere in Japan, and that wasn't enough.
Did you know that the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, and I think the Color as well, had a competitor that did fairly well only domestically, and it was called the Bandai Wonder Swan?
Yeah, I know about the Wonder Swan.
I've always wanted to play on one of those to see if it's like what it's like. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be a pretty neat system. Like the Final Fantasy actually had a couple of remakes for it for the first two games, which was also ported to the GBA.
Huh.
Yeah. Like Wonder Swan was supposed to be a pretty good system. It just never got a worldwide release.
I really think, and maybe this is me thinking too simplistically, but I really think the name was part of the problem.
I mean, babe, it was only released in Japan. They don't know English that well there.
Yeah, but like domestically, like not domestically, like overseas, like somebody
they
that actually
changed the freaking name, like the Famicom.
Well,
like the NES was called the Famicom.
They didn't though. I was pretty sure that there was like a U.S. release of the Wonder Swan. It just flopped.
No.
No?
It was only ever released in Japan. I am looking at the thing right now.
Okay.
Oh, apparently it was actually made by Gunpei Yokoi's company, aka the inventor of the Game Boy.
Huh.
Yeah, he apparently his company partnered with Bandai to make it, and he made it. This was the original Wonder Swan was the last thing Gunpei Yokoi made before he died in 1997.
That's just like tragic.
But it did well in Japan.
I know, but like
it just didn't get an international release. It's not really all that tragic.
I guess not.
It's actually really neat because it's got and I want to get one for this reason. It's actually made in such a way that it can be played both landscape and portrait.
Why in the world did I switch to a bug Pokemon when facing a Farfetch'd?
Yeah, I would say that's not your wisest move you've ever made.
No, it definitely was not. Also, we're still like way behind this thing in level, and this is its first Pokemon.
I mean, we haven't really been grinding.
We have, just not enough. I might have to do
to
some
be fair,
stuff
when you
off
caught
camera.
Prodigy, he was level 8.
Yeah, that's true. Oh hey, I got a ping on the Infinity Train server. What's this about? Infinity Train has been greenlit. Does anybody here remember Infinity Train, or am I getting excited for no reason?
I vaguely remember you mentioning it, but like I don't know much about it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry.
It was a short that Cartoon Network produced. There were a bunch of them, but Infinity Train was like the one that kind of got like a cult following, and people were like, "Oh, this should be made into a real show." And there was nothing for. I think the original short came out in 2016, 2017. So it's been a bit. It's been a bit now. And what?
Do you follow anybody on Tumblr who just like obviously cues everything?
Yeah, why?
Because, like, I have a friend, this is an IRL friend that I follow, and I see them queue a lot of stuff, and sometimes it's out of date. But the best example of this literally happened to me just now. So, Tumblr has a lot of images and posts that it likes to pop back up on certain times, like that mention like specific dates or combinations of
yes, Thursday the
yeah,
20th and things like that.
Tuesday the 20th.
Sorry,
Yeah. She just the image of that Tuesday the 20th guy just popped up on her blog.
That's really funny.
Apropos of no.
You need to, babe. You need, if you don't want to do it, I will. I'll figure out a way.
Okay.
You need to Photoshop it to say Friday the 3rd.
Except today's
Second.
Friday the 2nd.
Sorry. Friday the 2nd.
That would require more effort than I'm willing to put into this.
You make it really bad, which makes it funnier.
It would require more effort than I'm willing to put into this.
Can you reblog it so I can reblog it with
How
that?
about I just save myself the embarrassment and link you the image in the DMs of Discord
but
that we have open right now?
I don't know them, so it would be weird.
I linked the image.
Tuesday the 20th. Have you ever seen that episode?
I have not seen that much of The Simpsons.
It's like, that one in particular is like a very specific parody of a thing, and I don't think it's aged very well, if I had to take a guess. Buddy, these are all birds. You can't be a normal gym if you're gonna have all flying Pokemon.
Sure they can. They're also normal type.
Frackin', so on. Also, we're probably gonna get, like, creamed here. But that's okay.
By this Talo. Two bays on a center.
Let me see your Taylor. Beyonce, shake your tail.
Get that Talo.
That reminds me of the fact that I can't stop parsing the item Cold Blood do in Bloodborne as, like, a question.
Cold Blood do?
Like, what that Cold Blood do.
What that Cold Blood do?
It doesn't
what that Mountain Dew?
It doesn't even make any sense.
I thought you were going to take this in a Mountain Dew direction, but no.
Cold Blood do, and it's like just a fucking Mountain Dew bottle filled with blood. God.
I should. Okay, this is a goof I'm willing to put effort into. I should Photoshop a label for Cold Blood Dew and put it around a bottle of Code Red.
You should.
Yeah. I'm not gonna, but I should.
But, boo, you should do the thing.
Should I?
Yes.
I wonder how much it costs to buy a Wonder Swan.
To buy a what?
A Wonder Swan.
I'm gonna say either a ton of money or, like, very little.
Well, I see one for 112. I also see one for 45.
Okay, 45's more reasonable. 112 is a bit much for a 20-year-old
The Final Fantasy
console.
remake for the Wonder Swan is $15.
There you go. You get it, and you get something to play on it for 60. That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that the one for 60 works.
Might be like a selling for parts kind of thing. That's true. There were like a bunch of like mediocre Game Boy knockoffs too. Like I know Ashton's got a bunch of videos on them, like the Tiger Gamecom and all that kind of gunk.
Yeah. Oh wow, a Wonder Swan color in box is being sold for $984.
That's a bit much.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
$70 for a Japanese Game Gear in blue.
The Game Gear. That's the, what is the Game Gear?
That's the Sega portable.
Yeah, actually, that
It's
seems...
like a portable Master System,
Yeah,
basically.
that seems, like, very reasonable, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the Wonder Swan was a good system. I should buy one for the aesthetic.
Well, you should buy one that works.
Well, yeah.
Come on, Sting! No, okay. Oh god, it's got a berry. Everything has a berry in randomized Pokemon. Ah.
Hard mode.
Basically, 2 birds and a Smeargle. What a odd combination of Pokemon.
You know, the weirdest thing that I gotta say that Game Freak's ever done
Yeah?
is it has got to be the fact that they put an easy mode and a hard mode in the 5th gen, but you had to beat the game to play either of them first, and easy mode was only in one game and hard mode was only on the other, and you had to like
I remember
beam
that.
the data in order to get it on the other version.
Yeah.
That's like the weirdest shit.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, like if you're gonna have difficulty
Babe,
options, just
babe.
have them right off the bat.
Babe,
What?
babe. Basically.
What?
Look at
Basically?
chat. Look at chat.
What?
Basically.
I don't understand.
Me neither, but I like it. I know that emote is called Mingli. I believe that is that fellow's name.
That is the name of that. Dang it. Dang it, go!
What was that?
Dang it, go! Dang it. Well, darn it.
Go Otaku.
Done made me look bad.
Stupid dog. Hey babe,
Yes.
what was your favorite cartoon?
I was more into Nick, honestly. Samurai Jack definitely wasn't a cartoon thing.
It was not, but it is like a respectable choice for your favorite cartoon on the network from that era. Cartoons. Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. I think Ed, Edd n Eddy.
I would have to say Powerpuff Girls then.
It was pretty good.
It was.
Kids
Dexter's
Next
Lab.
Door was one as well.
It's a toss-up between... It's a toss-up between Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff, honestly.
Dexter's Lab has not aged amazingly, but there are some really good bits in it.
I liked Dexter's Lab a lot as a kid, but I have not seen it since I've been a kid, so...
Yeah, there's stuff you just kind of forget about, and... yeah. But there is, My Hair is on Fire, which is one of the greatest comedic segments
Omelette du fromage.
That episode is amazing.
I also remember that episode where Dexter convinced himself he was like an idiot or something, and he had to he did this whole weird self-humiliation tango thing. It was a really weird episode to me even as a kid.
There were a lot of episodes of Dexter's Lab that were just very odd. There's the one where they turn into giant monsters, and there's a lot of stuff going on in that show. There was an opera episode where there was the one where he travels to the old part of the lab and gets accosted by robots who try to fuck him up. It was a strange show.
Yeah,
So was Ed, Ed and Eddie, but Ed, Ed and Eddie was also like a lot funnier consistently.
I suppose.
Courage, IMO. Courage was also very good. Courage was probably the weirdest one.
Courage was very weird, yeah.
Uh,
Cartoon Network was willing to get weird.
you know, that's the only TV cartoon that John Dilworth ever produced. All of his other stuff is like experimental art house animation.
That explains a lot.
It does. Actually, he had one other thing. It was like this series of shorts called Dirty Birdie, and they were like a Looney Tunes type thing. But everything else other than that's been like very highbrow experimental stuff.
Return the slap or suffer my curse.
Return the slab. I can actually do that okay. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Yeah. I can understand why parents might have been a little bit averse to their kids watching Cartoon Network.
Well, we've gone over this before, but my mom was like the other way around. For whatever reason. I guess because they aired reruns of Looney Tunes, too. That was like the only network she trusted for some reason.
Yeah, like I actually have a lot more fond memories of that era of Cartoon Network from that era of watching old cartoons on it.
Oh, that was always good too, yeah.
Yeah, but counterpoint. Once I got around into like late elementary school onto middle school, then I had a lot more fun watching Cartoon Network because they had like this basically like after school block with Code Lyoko and a bunch of like and Teen Titans, and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I liked all that stuff better than like the cartoon stuff.
Foster's was also
and
very
call
good.
Me a heathen for it, but I will die on this hill.
What hill?
Hang on, I'm gonna post something in the chat.
Okay. I'm awaiting with anticipation.
Boop, boo, da do, do 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 do.
I'm looking.
Wait for it.
It's coming.
Wait for it. That's the hill I will die on.
Dropbox.com/Ursac for... Let's see what this is.
Click the link, babe.
Okay. Now, babe.
Yeah?
What you've done there is make me go through a lot of effort to look at a terrible, terrible, terrible joke.
I made that joke myself. I made that macro myself, like, last year. Because, like, Dudu's Nick from the Trigger Chord server, shout out, kept saying that. And I was like, that evokes a very specific image in my head.
I remember. Is Nick still even on the server? I don't remember anymore. There was a lot of, like, personnel shuffling around from last year onward.
Yeah.
But,
I also, I don't remember when I made this. This is another thing I found in my Dropbox.
This was like when I was looking through my Imgur profile the other day and found, like, a bunch of, well, mostly anime screen caps, but also a couple of things that I really did not want to be publicly visible. It's easy to forget because just ShareX directly feeds into it. Like, you don't actually do anything. Hey, I remember
This
that.
is why I use Gyazo.
That's Eric Chartier.
Yeah, but look.
He has Gendo hands.
Yes, you do.
Eric Sartier, a minimalist composer and friend of the channel. Not really, because he's been dead for like 100 years, but you know. If he was alive, I'm sure he'd be a fan of the stream.
I think this is something I made for you, man.
Yeah, because I used that same picture as an album cover. Not that like your photoshopped version, but
No, the thing I just linked. But yes, I also think that I made that because of you. Like, you showed me that image, and I was like, he needs Gendo hands.
I remember this. Yes, friendship ended with Sideswipe. Now Wheeljack is my best friend. Transformers Armada. That's something we should get deep into on the show at some point, because that show was.
It super was.
Also, Transformers Energon, which was in such a state that it was routinely given to the American like dubbing crew, with like unfinished animation and stuff. They also more than once misspelled words on the title cards of the episodes.
There's also this.
Babe, you're not listening to my ruminations about Transformers Energon. What the fuck? What is that? Why is that?
I made that for your birthday.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I made that for your birthday a couple of years
Can you
back.
do me a favor? Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
On the 15th, can you just do an @everyone ping in the updates channel on the server and just post that?
Yes.
Hold on. I need to like. Okay, can you post that in the Discord server? Because I need to like put that on stream so people know why we're in hysterics about a random picture.
I'm sorry. I'm dying here and I need more water. Run that by me when I get back.
Okay. Was that a hiccup?
Yeah, it was.
A yuck. Do 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 do. Y'all ever think about just like socialism? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ledge. Use tackle. Yes, that was the exact reaction I was hoping to prompt with by saying that. Every day. Actually, wait, can't we just like go to the other place also? I forget. I'm gonna feel very silly if it turns out I could have gone to the other, what's it called, Slateport. Yeah, you totally can. Alright. Well, I'm a moron. Oh, wait, that's the wrong way. God damn it. Now we have to look at this fucking boat animation multiple times. God, there's like a lot of water we gotta cross later in this game. I know that's like the complaint du jour about. Oh, we are in the right place. Never mind. The complaint du jour about these games, but there is like a lot of water. Which means encountering a lot of whatever the game decides to replace Wingle with. I'm gonna put a random guess now and say that it's gonna be Abra. That's my bet. I don't know why, but it is. Also, I feel like we've run into a ton of Nidorans. Male ones, specifically. The absolute ledge.
So, babe, what were you trying to say?
Yeah, can you post that picture in the Discord so everybody knows what we were talking about? Instead of it being a mystery to VOD viewers?
Yeah, I mean, you could open the images on. You could have opened the image on stream, but that would have required finagling, I suppose.
Yes.
Which channel should I link it?
Just whichever is fine, honestly. I can just, like, open the picture and then capture the picture as a screen region.
I'll put it in the mod room. Okay. I put it in the mod room.
Okay. Wikimeme.jpg. Burst.
This is because I still had the file from making that for your birthday, the emoji for your birthday.
Right.
So I just fried the image as hard as I fucking could.
Right. Anyway, yeah, let me just open this up real quick. Babe, you got the hiccups.
Yeah, I've had the hiccups, babe.
You got the hiccups.
Yep.
Anyway, this is what we were laughing at for the benefit of VOD viewers, now that it's been, like, literally several minutes since.
Yeah.
But now you know, at least. Anyway, after we defeat this sailor fellow right here, we can probably call it a night.
Yeah, we should.
You gonna be okay over there, babe?
This Bellsprout's ready to turn up!
What?
He's ready to turn up.
Why is... Oh! Turn up. I get it.
It'd be funnier if it were an Oddish, but, like, the gesture he was making with his leaves is like, yeah, boys!
He's gonna get fucking lit. Oh, God. Thank you, Travis Scott, for introducing the wider world to the term lit. Alright. Let's go. Yeah. That will be it for today. Thank you guys for coming out. In about half an hour on my Discord server, we're going to be doing a Crunchy Roulette stream until an undefined period sometime in the wee hours of the morning. So if you'd like to do that, come stop on by. Tomorrow evening, weather and power permitting, there will be a Shapes and Forms at the Saturday time. Shredney will be there. Trey is hosting a live event of some sort at his radio station. I feel bad he told me, but I keep forgetting what exactly it is. I know the band Washed Out is involved somehow. But, he will be absent, so I don't know if it'll just be us two or if we'll have some third person that will scrounge up.
Mystery guest, as it were.
A mystery guest, indeed. But, yeah, thank you guys for coming out. That was fun. Thank you for the stream of GoGo. Because it's viewers like you, I'm pointing out the laptop, you can't see me, but I'm doing it, that enable us to continue doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
So please, don't forget to share with your friends if you have any friends that you think would enjoy our particular, very odd sense of humor.
Babe, I thought you were gonna just let it hang at don't forget to hear don't forget to share with your friends if you have any.
Uh, yeah, no, I could have gone there, but
That would have
I'm
been
not
so
that
mean.
bitch. I'm not that bitch.
Alright.
But please do share with your friends. Every bit helps. Every new regular viewer uh, helps us grow the channel. Um, you can find Jane here at twitch.tv /Planet Jane and on the Magic Planet Discord server. Come hang out there if you enjoy her stuff and haven't joined there already. You can find me mostly on Twitter at cc_rise. I keep saying I'm going to do stream things eventually, but I never stop, so I'm just going to say I'm probably going... it's a possibility in the future, but I wouldn't, hold your breath for it. Yeah, that's us. I've been CC Rise.
And I've been Planet Jane.
And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.